Hi everybody, this is Teacher Debbie here, and I'm going to try to get through Lesson B of the mock certification level 2-3 because I did the level, I'm going to change that a little bit there. I did the level, the level 2-3 Lesson A the other day, and so now I want to do Lesson B just in case you get chosen to do that one. Most people, that's the one they're a little bit intimidated by because you're teaching sentence frames. The thing to remember is that you're not teaching everything. Some things you're just practicing because they've already been taught. That's why it's always important to make sure you're looking at the headings of each page. If it's an I, it is where you're introducing. I wrote introduction, but it's actually introducing a new concept, and it's the I do. You're going to get the child to repeat after you about 50% of the time because we do want that 50-50 talk going on in this class, but it is the introduction. It's new material. The P is your practice. That's where the child and you are doing it kind of on an equal basis. You're asking them questions, they're responding. They may even ask you the question as they get a little bit more advanced, and you respond. So it's that more of the give and take. And then the A is applied knowledge. It's if we've done the I and the P pretty good, hopefully they're going to be able to do this with very little us telling them what to do. We may be asking them to show us, to do us, to say something, but they're supposed to, at this point, maybe know it a little bit. Your E, you usually see at the end of a lesson, and it's extension. It's where we ask those extension questions about a 5-6-year-old child would know, and we'll talk about that during the class. Remember, it's 50-50. This is the lower level. If you are doing the certification in your higher levels, that even gets up to 30-70. But really, the most students VIP Kid has is level 2. So I recommend to my referring teachers, to the people who use me, to really go ahead and go for this certification first. You can always add level 3 and level 4. You can always add level 4 and 5, but go first for the level 2-3 because that's where you're going to get the bulk of your students. If you're trying to build a student base, trying to get those 5 Apple reviews. Remember, smile, smile, smile till your face is breaking off when you're doing your mock. Have fun. Practice till you're sick to your stomach. Practice, practice, practice. You're going to think this is too much, but if that practice will pay off, because then when you get into class, I want you to have fun with the person on the other side of the camera. Believe me, they want you to succeed. We have 2 million kiddos who need teachers. VIP Kid is wanting good qualified teachers, and I would love to help you become one of our good qualified teachers. One of my candidates last night made it through on his first mock. That only happens 5% of the time. Wow, for him. Actually, only 5% when the coaches are doing the mocks actually end up passing it. So I don't know how many do it. Very few of us do it on our first time through. I've had 2 people now do it, and I have not been a referring teacher that long. I really wanted to know the system before I started referring people. I wanted to feel confident that I could give you the best teaching advice, and I think I'm getting there. So I would love to be your referring teacher. Now we're going to talk about this lesson, Lesson B, in the new mock certification, and it's the interactive level 2-3 that I recommend you to get if you're a brand new person. And you've passed the interview and now you're into the certification center. You know that it's the same type thing. It tells you on, pull up your slides. I can't show them. I will show one slide like I did before. But pull up your slides so that you can be looking at them while we're going through them, so you'll know what I'm talking about. So here you have it. It tells you, it says Lesson B. This is the second lesson, and you might get asked to do it. So far, my people usually get asked to do Lesson A, and that's when you go, yes, thank you. But Lesson B can be done, and don't be afraid of it if you get it. Just have practiced it so you feel confident in yourself. So then there's the note to the teacher. It tells them what they're going to be learning and what they're going to be introducing introduced to is kite, the words kite and down. Those are the new vocabulary word, and they're going to also be conjugating the verb fly. And then they're going to practice this sentence. Do you fly a kite? Do you throw a ball? Do you swing on a swing? And they're going to answer that using positive and negative. So the first slide that you are actually going to stop on and begin to teach is this one. It's that little introduction slide, and this is where you're building. That's the only slide I'm going to show you. It's just this one. It's slide 17 in the PowerPoint, but it is where you're going to just build that good rapport with your student. And so what I usually do is I say, "Hi, oh, hello, my name's Teacher Debbie. Teacher Debbie. Debbie, good job. What's your name? Michael. Nice to meet you, Michael. Michael, how old are you? 5? I'm 5 years old. Good job, Michael. Michael, are you happy or sad? Happy. Oh, I'm happy too. I'm happy. Yes. Good job, Michael. When you do a good job today, you get music. Yes, music. And that would be my introduction. That's it. I wouldn't probably during this mock ask both of those extension questions. I would pick one or the other. It is safe to say, how old are you? It is safe to say, how are you? And they might just say 5. They might just answer fine or happy. If they do, you want to get them to say that in a sentence. So if they say 5, say, oh, I'm 5. Good job. Get them to say that short sentence because that's what the parents are looking for. They want their child to be talking to us. So encourage even the little ones to speak. If you ask them, how are you? And they say good or happy, say, I'm happy. Get them again to extend. And this is something I do when I want them to extend. And I don't know, I think other people do that too. Remember this, I meant to tell you, part of the TPR you must be doing when you're speaking and it's something you're going to want them to repeat, put your hand here below your chin so that they know, oh, I need to pay attention. When you want them to speak, put your hand behind your ear and lean in a little bit, listen so that they can tell you're interested in what's coming out of their mouths. So remember that. Now you're going to move on to the next slide. It is that reward slide, and it is an interactive feature, and you know this because Dino is on this slide up in the corner. When you see Dino up in one of the corners, he's saying, we're going to do something different. You can, in other words, do more than just draw a line or a circle with the mouse or with your, if they're on a tablet with their finger. Now that's something else to remember. If they're on a tablet or a mouse in class, and I don't know what I've done with my mouse. Oh, here it is. If they're on a mouse when they're doing this, have your mouse ready or a spare mouse that you can use for this slide. You're going to be teaching them the drop and drag feature, but we're not going to use this reward. It takes too much time and you've only got 10 minutes to teach these slides. So you're going to have your own reward, and you know, my reward was, I've already told them, music. I'm going to do that for them every time they do well. Okay, that's going to be their reward from me. Sometimes I'll use a figure of some sort. These are Mega Men. I use Mega Men with my boys. I use finger puppets with some of my kids. I even just do very simple things, and I've got some things I can do with you, and I will send you that you will be able to copy off you know, monkeys and bananas and things like this. Some of the VIP Kids sites, they've got lots of things like that they just let us copy because everybody is so nice that works for this company. So you can get onto some of these sites. I have my own, and I will send you things that you will be able to copy so you'll have the props you need for this lesson, including a reward if you need it. So here we're going to teach them how to do the drop and drag feature. And I'm going to say, wow, ball. And I'm going to wiggle that ball around with my mouse, and I'm going to drag and drop it into the basket. And that's what I'm actually going to say. I'm going to go drag and drop. And I'm going to do it again. Move a toy, drag and drop. And then I'm going to say, and I'm going to pick up my mouse, and if they sit there and they don't know what they're doing, I'll pick up my phone or my iPad, and I'll move my finger across that. That usually helps them, and I'll say, drag and drop. Yes, and then they'll begin to fill up the basket. That's all we're doing. Often this is where I say, and when you do a good job, if I haven't done it on the first slide, I don't, you know, if I do it on one or the other slides, I don't panic. So if you think, that's where I'm going to do it. Oh, no, I've already done it. Don't worry about it. We keep on moving and just patient. You know, no one's expecting perfection. And you know what? The person watching your mock, well, guess what? They didn't know when you were going to give the reward. I meant to give the reward on this slide. I gave it on my introduction slide, where I told the student who I was. Okay. Now we get to the next slide, and it's the picture of the kite and the picture of the doll. And this is an I, so this is a brand new to the student. They are being introduced to the word, the nouns kite and doll, and then they're going to repeat those sentence frames, okay? They're just going to repeat those sentences. We're not going to be asking questions. We want them to begin to understand those two words. So I would circle the word kite on the screen, and I would probably hold up a kite of some sort. I have a couple that I use in class. I may use this one. This is the kite. This is a kite. This is a kite. You know, I'm going to pick up a kite and I'm going to circle that. So here I go. This is how I would teach this slide. Circle the word kite. 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 Good job. Underline the sentence, I fly my kite now. Okay, you've underlined it. Now I'm going to actually use TPR just to kind of act like I'm flying a kite. I fly my kite. Good job. I fly my kite. Wow, good job. Now I'm just going to hit the restore button, and I'm going to circle the word doll, and I may circle the doll too, and I'm going to pick up a little doll, or I'm going to hold up this doll. Doll. Oh. Shh. Doll. Underline the sentence. This is my doll. Boom. This is my doll. This is my doll. Wow, good job. You get music. Wow. High five. Boom. Go to the next slide. Okay, this one you have, again, it's a practice now, and they want them to draw, it says draw a line. Okay, they have the word doll and kite, which you've already taught. When you were teaching those words, you wanted to get them to say it 2 or 3 times. Everybody says 2. I usually go with 3 times to make sure, and I say it with the highs and the lows, because studies have shown, as I said in my other slide, that the different tones, the different volumes, the different ways, inflections of our voice will help a person remember after the word. So that's why when we're teaching these new vocabulary words, when we're teaching even new sentence frames, we will change how we say it, our intonation, to help, hopefully something will click in that learning process, the learning center of the brain there, that will help them recall, oh yeah, that's, you know, that's why we teach so many things to young children through song. I mean, and I like music, so song's a great way to teach. So we can almost sometimes sing the words doll, you know. So we've already taught it. So now we're on the practice. And so we're going to get them to repeat the words, and then we're going to say that sentence frame and get the child to draw a line either to the kite, from the word kite to the kite, or to the correct sentence. And if they do either one, I'm happy. And I don't know what they're really supposed to do, probably to the sentence frame, but you know what? If they draw it to the dial, then I draw it to the sentence frame form. I'll help them out. I also have a chart here that I will use because I'm going to kind of just read this about I fly. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to circle the word doll, or underline it, and I'm going to say doll. Doll. Yes. Say it one time, get them to repeat it. The same thing with kite. Kite. Remember, I've underlined it. Now, I'm going to underline the sentence that says she flies a. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I am going to circle that picture of the girl with the kite. And I'm going to underline that sentence, and I'm going to say, she flies a kite. Yes, draw a line. And hopefully they're going to draw a line from the word kite to she flies a kite. If they don't, I will do it for them to show them, and then say draw a line, and get them to draw it on top of mine. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the next sentence. This is her doll. I'm going to underline that sentence, and I'm going to say, and circle the girl with the doll. I'm going to pick up, and I'm going to say, this is her doll kite. And draw a line, and they say doll, doll. Yes, draw a line. And then I underline that sentence again, or circle it and say, this is her doll. Yes, good job. High five, boom. So what we've gotten them to do, we've gotten them to say each word once. We've gotten them to draw the line, and we might have had to demonstrate it. And we've gotten them to say the sentence, she flies a kite. This is her doll. Okay? Alrighty. Now, the next one is, it is another introduction. Looks like, no, it's applied, and it's a dino, so it's an interactive is what I meant to say. It's an interactive slide, and it's applied. So again, it's those words they know, because we are teaching 2 new vocabulary words, kite and doll. And so we do this as we're teaching English. We're going to be repeating it. And what happens here is you can move, and you've already taught them the drag and drop on that reward slide that we have not gone back to. And so we're going to get them to drag and drop the words to the boxes under the pictures. And so we're going to circle the doll, maybe pick up my doll, or I might just do this time. And I'm going to, go kite, doll. And they'll go doll. And I'll go drag and drop. Now, say they're saying doll, but they drag kite over there, okay? Just restore the slide or move it back and say, try again. Doll. Yes, drag and drop, and then they'll do it correctly. Then circle kite, get them to have repeated the word. Circle the word kite, hold up your kite, and say, yes, and often they're going to go ahead in class, and your mentor coach might do it. They might already be dragging and dropping that kite over there, the word kite, because they know, well, it's got to be this word because it was the other word. But they may not have said anything, so you say, kite. Yes, kite. Good job. If they've done it very fast and you realize, man, I've got lots of time, you can extend it and go, this is a kite. Yes. You probably don't want to do that because this is a longer slide. Unless you're a speed demon and you've got a whiz-bang smarty pants over there who's not making any mistakes, because they're going to be making mistakes, and that's sometimes what will take longer on the slide. So now we're going to move on to the next slide. That's all we had to do there. Get them to say kite, get them to say doll, drag and drop it, maybe extend it into this is a doll, this is a kite, but that's all. Okay, now, here we're going to be introducing to the word fly. This is where we're actually going to show them a little bit even of the conjugation of the verb. And I have a chart that I use when I do this. Even if we're not doing all these, I still do this because I don't know why. Okay, so what we're going to introduce this, and we're going to do these sentence frames also. So the first thing we do, we underline the word fly, and we say, fly. Fly. I might grab a plane and say, fly. Yes, fly. I'm going to get them to say that at least 3 times is my rule. Then I'm going to hold up this and I'm going to say, I fly. You fly. He flies. She flies. My sister flies. Yes! They fly. We fly. It flies. And you notice I have emphasized the flies because I promise you that will be one of the mistakes your mentor coach is going to make. They're going to leave that out when you're doing these sentences. So it's good to have those highlighted, so you're going to circle them on the thing if they mess up, or you can grab up that again. So now we've gotten them to say the word fly several times, and now we're going to underline this sentence, he flies a kite. What I do here is I simply grab Mike, and I grab a kite, and I say, and I circle the little boy on the screen, and I underline the sentence, and I say, he flies a kite. Probably what's going to happen, they're going to go, he fly kite. So you're going to circle the word flies, maybe, or underline the IES and go, he flies, and then circle the word a and say, a kite. Yes, he flies a kite. And you might emphasize it like that. Very good. High five. Now, same thing. Circle the picture, underline it, and say, I fly a kite. Good job. Again, they may leave out that article. And our kids in class actually do that a lot. Same thing here. My sister, I'm going to just grab my little Meg. And I'm going to grab my kite again, and I'm going to say, I'm going to circle the picture, underline the sentence, pick them up and say, my sister flies a kite. And you notice I said the flies, and then I emphasized because they left that off of the first. That shows that coach, I heard their first error, so I'm emphasizing it, so hopefully they won't make it again. Wow! And now I'm going to just get them, I'm going to underline each sentence one more time. I'm going to clear the slide and go, he flies a kite. Yes, I fly a kite. My sister flies a kite. Yes, because I want them to say that sentence frame twice. If I've remembered and gotten them to say it twice while learning them, I'm not going to do that. If I have forgotten, that's a good way to do it. Just do it again. There's no particular order. If you go, oh, I've messed up an order, don't panic. Just keep going. Have fun with that coach. They're looking to see if you can continue pacing a lesson and if you can meet a need. And they're not expecting perfection. They know this platform, you know, everything is backwards to us. We're having to draw on these screens, and sometimes even today, and I've been doing this now for 8 months, some of my lines, I know I just apologize to my students because I've drawn right through the words. So don't flip out. Try to stay calm, and remember, they want you to be successful, and that's something you need to remember. That they're cheering for you. Practice so that you can put your best face on and do a good job, and keep the smile even if you want to cry. Okay, now this is a practice slide. It's these things we've already taught. We've already done, even I did a conjugation chart, which I will keep in case they mess up. I can pull it up and point. So it's sitting near me. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get the kids again to do the drag and drop. You know, we've already taught that. It's something we don't have to teach again. And we're going to get them to drag and drop the correct form of that verb fly into the sentences. So how I would teach this one. I'm going to circle maybe the girl with the blue shirt and the kite. And I'm going to say, I'm going to underline that first sentence. She flies a kite. Yes, she flies a kite. Drag and drop. So they're going to do it. I'm going to get them to repeat the sentence. She flies a kite. Good job. Wow. Now, I'm going to underline the next one. They. I'm going to circle all the kids, and I'm going to say, they flies a kite. Yes, they fly a kite. Often now they're going ahead and they're dragging and dropping that in there. Remember, if they do it wrong, just move it back and say, try again. Pick up and go, they, yes, fly. Good job. So this is really good to have because you can even be holding it up as they're doing this activity. I've done that in class if I know my student is struggling. Now, then the same thing. I fly a kite. I'm going to underline that and go, I flies a kite. And they're going to probably get this one. You're going to say, good job. You get music. Wow. Good job. High five. And I might get out my clapper. Now go to the next slide. Keep your pacing. Here's an applied one. This means this is stuff they already know. So you're going to ask the question, who flies a kite? And then you're going to click that the little button thing on the, I'm going to show this slide, excuse me, but you're going to click that. I can't do it here. Maybe I can. Do I have any volume? Wait a minute. Let's see if it'll play. No, you know why? Because these are PowerPoints. I don't have any volume. So one of them says, she flies a kite, he flies a kite, I fly a kite. And they've got a drag and drop. So let's just pretend like the first one says, and I don't know what it says first. She flies a kite. You say, who flies a kite? Click that. And you're doing this. Listen. She drag and drop. And they will. They'll move the little girl up. If they don't, just show it and move it back. But they should probably just do it. Then you're going to say, who flies a kite? I always try to act like I'm asking a question. I click it again. They hear, I fly a kite. And they drag the picture of the hand and the tail of the kite. Okay. And then you're going to click it again. Who flies a kite? Yes, and then they drag. So you ask the question before you click, before they hear the sound. Remember, the children cannot hear the audio until you control the audio. You also, if you've got one of those coaches who's drawing all over the slide and making a mess, you can turn off their mouse. And I have to do that in class sometimes. Sometimes with older students, and that always surprises me. Okay, now here we have another introduction. And we're introducing the sentence frame. They know the word throw. We actually taught that in a prior lesson. We also taught swing, either in this lesson earlier, and the slides are not part, or in a prior lesson. I don't remember which. Okay, so we're introducing not the question, but the sentence frame. Yes, I throw a ball, or no, I don't swing on a swing. We're introducing how to use the positive and the negative in answering a question. How I do this, I find the least confusing. Don't read the question yet. What I do first, I underline the sentence, yes, I throw a ball, and I circle the boy, and I go, wow, yes, I throw a ball. Yes, I throw a ball. Good job. Then I pick up my dino and I hold him up to the camera and I say, do you throw a ball? Yes, I throw a ball. Good job. And then I have Dino ask my student, Michael, do you throw a ball? And I've circled it again, perhaps, the word, yes, I throw a ball, that sentence. Yes, good job, high five. They've read it correctly. They've said the verb correct. I haven't had to correct a thing, or maybe they left out a. And if they did, I would circle the word a and I would say, yes, I throw a ball. And so say that the word that they messed up or the article they've left out with a different intonation so they'll pick it up and hopefully say it. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to clear the slide. I'm going to underline or circle the sentence, no, I don't swing on a swing. I'm going to underline it and I'm going to go, no, I don't swing on a swing. You may have to repeat that with them. No, I don't swing on a swing. Good job. Now I'm going to ask the question. Do you swing on a swing? No, I don't swing on a swing. Now I'm going to get Dino to ask them. They've done a good job. High five. They just said it. Do you swing on a swing? Wow, great job. High five. Boom. If it's a boy, I might fist bump. And then we're going to move on. I've praised them, didn't give them I'm going to try to give music to them 5 times or one of my figures or whatever I'm doing 5 times in this class. Try to do it at least 3 times. The more times you do it, the better. Move on to the next slide. This is a practice slide. Here they're practicing the sentence frame. Yes, I fly a kite. Yes, I throw a ball. Yes, I swing on a swing. You're going to get them to say, or they say, no, I don't fly a kite. Now, how you're going to get this, you don't have time to get a positive and negative response for every one of these pictures. So I usually will circle the first one, the girl with the kite. I may pick up my Meg and the kite, and I may say, I've circled it, and I say, do you fly a kite? And they'll say, I underline, yes, I fly a kite. And if they don't say it, I say, yes, I fly a kite. And then I'll just ask it again. Do you fly a kite? Great. Okay, now I'm going to circle the little boy. And I'm going to say, do you fly a kite? And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to underline the no, I don't. And they're going to say, no, I don't fly a kite. Or they're going to say, no, they may say, no, I throw a ball. But you still want them to say, no, I don't fly a kite. I throw a ball. You can add that if you have time, but you don't have to. You just need to get them to say, no, I don't do something. Okay? Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to circle the girl who's swinging, and I'm going to say, Do you swing on a swing? And I'm going to underline the S again, the yes word again. And I may have to help them. Yes, I swing on a swing. Make any corrections, help them. And wow, great job. High five. You'll get music. Yay! And I'm going to move on. Okay, this is applied. Do they fly a kite? Do they swing on a swing? Does he throw a ball? Okay, those are the questions you're going to be asking. And again, it's the same principle. You want some of their answers to be negative and some to be positive. And again, this is applied. And you probably, you know, on that last slide, probably I would have said those sentences all at least. I may have said each of those positive and negative there since it was practice. It would be depending on what my time was doing. On this one though, I promise you, I'm going to probably ask one or two of the pictures, get a negative and a positive, especially if I'm running out of time. If I'm not, I'm going to ask all three. This you've got to be watching that timing and looking because you still have the free talk. If you're doing good on time, I want you to ask. Go to all three pictures and get them to either respond with one answer, either positive or negative. So circle the picture of the kids flying the kite and say, do they fly a kite? Wow, yes, they fly a kite. You see, they don't have the answer down there. If they're confused, get Dino to ask you, do they fly a kite? Hopefully that won't happen here because this is applied. So just say, do they fly a kite? Demonstrate it, you know, fly a kite. Yes, they fly a kite. Go to the next one, circle it and say, do they swing on a swing? Yes. They might just say yes. If they do, say yes, they swing on a swing. Good job. Circle the last one. That's a little boy throwing a ball, but you want them to say something negative. You got to get them to say a negative response. So I would say, does he swing on a swing? No. Good job. They've said the whole sentence. They've done perfect. I'm so proud of them. I've clapped and I'm going to, great job. Move on to the next one. Now this is the last one. This is the E. This is extension. And if you actually make it here and you don't get told your time is up on the slide before that, you've done amazing and I'm super proud of you. Okay, but here we're going to talk about what they see. That's always a good extension question. Children this age know, what do you see? And I do that. I go, what do you see? And I circle something. So I've circled the kite and the girl, and they may say, I see kite, or they may say kite, and then you're going to come back with, I see a kite. Good job. Circle the girl with the ball. What do you see? I see, they're going to say ball, or they might say, I see a ball. Good job. Then you go, do you throw a ball? Yes. Or you might say, does she throw a ball? And they could say yes, and then you would get them to say the sentence, she throws a ball. Good job. Wow. Michael, good job. Boom. You got 5 musics during class. Wow, great job. Bye-bye. See you next time. I've flipped now to the goodbye slide. I've told them a nice goodbye. I love it when I should have had 5 different musical instruments in here so I could have counted the instruments, or 5 different prizes so I could count them. I like to pick up their prizes at the end and count them. That gives a visual to the kids. And that's how I would teach this class. And I know I seemed a little spastic today because it's been a long day. It's Sunday. I had to teach Sunday school. Then we had a fellowship thing after church. We have choir practice tonight, and all I want to do is go to bed. Actually, I'm waiting for my Hallmark show to come on tonight. Okay, so that's it for this lesson, and you can do this lesson. Remember, don't reteach things that they've already been taught. Teach the things that are new. Those are the things you're going to be getting them to repeat 3 times. The other things, if you get them to say it twice during the practice, that's good. And listen for the mistakes. They will probably leave out the articles or say the wrong articles. They may say a vowel sound wrong. I promise you, just about everybody tells me they leave off the S when they're conjugating the verbs. So have a visual. If you don't have something like this, just use your whiteboard. Conjugate, the ones we're going to just be saying. I had a person do it last night, and he just had the sentence frames that how they were going to be conjugated. That's all he practiced. He didn't do this whole thing because he was worried about his time. So do whatever is comfortable for you. There's some other great teachers out there. Watch their videos. But if you don't have a referring teacher, if this is something you've been thinking about, I would love to be your referring teacher. And I have a Facebook group. It's called VIP Kid Wants You, and I'm probably going to put it over here. You'll probably see it over here when I edit this. And or also, so that's my group, VIP Kid Wants You, and all you'll see is I have Dino and I have the words. It's a very simple looking group. I use a whole lot of artistic skills. I would love to help you through the certification and the interview process. I'm doing very good with my referrals. They are passing their interviews, they are passing their certifications, and they're getting to teach kiddos. I love my job. I also have, this Facebook channel. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. If you like this video, reach out to me. My referral code, if you don't have a referring teacher and you're not in the certification center yet, I can be your referring teacher. It's Deborah, DEBRA 0091. And again, I'll have that over here. It's going to magically appear on this. I'm going to go now. I'm going to shut up because I don't like it when everybody goes, I have talked 42 minutes and I sure didn't mean to. I hope this video helps you. I've got to run. Y'all have a great Sunday. And this is Teacher Debbie saying, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.